Hi, Shae Taylor. I have one question. Do you want to pass the PRT? Period. I mean, we've had a year, more than a year off. Even if you're not in the Navy, like, this is going to be gold for you. If you want to learn proper form on rowing, we're going to get right into it. I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks that you need to make sure that you will be able to fulfill this and complete this successfully. Before we start, hit the subscribe, hit the like. That way this video can get out across the board, and let's get right into it. So this little thing right here, I love the rower. I'm a huge fan. Like I said, it's a full body workout and doesn't just focus on your legs. And it's going to be an option for people who have knee problems or ankle problems or people that just don't like running like me. Every time I run, I get a stitch in my side. So I am for sure going to be doing the row for the PRT. You will notice your hip flexors, your back, your biceps, those are all gonna get pumped when you row. So definitely make sure that you give this a go multiple times. It's definitely something you have to train for. It's not like it's going to be easy. You're going to feel extremely gassed after it. You might feel like you want to throw up like you do with running. I just feel like it's a little bit easier on the body and a better option for those who have those orthopedic issues. All right, the rules are 2,000 meter row. You have to do a 2,000 meter row in the fastest possible time that you can. There is a way to set the rower, and I will show you how to do that. You want to make sure that you're using a Concept 2 rower, the only type of rower that they are going to accept on the PRT. This is the rower that you're going to be using if you choose to do the row. So I figured I would give you the knowledge that I've gained between being an Orange Theory coach for a while. I was also a CrossFit trainer and a regular personal trainer before the military. I wanted to share my knowledge with the world and set people up for success, because I feel like we aren't taught how to row. And although it seems like an easy thing, there are so many different ways that you could do it wrong and not get the most out of your row. So I'm going to show you some tips that you can focus on and practice. That way when it comes to the actual PRT, you will be more than successful. I want you to remember not to hunch over, all right? I want you to get this down in your head. Pretend like you're holding the handle. It's legs, core, arms, and then it's the opposite on the way back. Arms, core, legs. You get a lot of power out of your legs and your core, and then your arms. Your arms should be the last thing that's coming back. So if you go ahead and grab the handle, like I said, legs, core, arms, the opposite, arms, core, legs. And when you put it all together, it should look something like this. So I want you to focus on hitting the handle right at your sternum, all right? Don't be coming way up here. Don't roll all the way down here. You want it to be nice and even to where your traps aren't coming up too high, and you can use those back muscles for all that power. Your hip flexors are going to get the brunt of this, all right? You, believe it or not, use your hip flexors the most throughout this exercise. So we're gonna focus on stretching those, definitely before and after. What I want to share with you is a little bit of technique that will help you when you get fatigued. The trick is to not come right out of the gate with all the power in the world that you have. You're going to burn yourself out, and then you're going to get a bad time. What you should focus on is doing one heavy pull, so one super powerful pull, and then allowing 4 pulls in between that to catch your breath. So what I mean, you're going to give it all that you can with one pull. Let me get going here. So you're going, you're cruising. I want you to pull and then do 4 regular pulls. And then pull 4 regular pulls. Look, I'm already at 110 meters. If you keep that cadence, you will amaze yourself at how quickly you can actually get done with the row. Another thing I want you to focus on is your breathing. So when you are pulling, when you are rowing, you're going to breathe out. As you're coming forward, you're going to breathe in. Make sure that you focus on the breathing. It's just like running. You will tire yourself out if you do not do your breathing correctly. If you're at a point and your arms are pumped and your back and your legs and everything is just hurting, that's when you can kind of just like rely on your core and take it, I wouldn't say take it easy, but just rely on your core to really get you through it. That's why the lean back is so important. So you have your monitor here. It's going to look something like this when you turn it on. I want you to hit menu. You're going to hit select workout, standard list, 2,000 meters. Boom. So when you row, this is going to count down to 0. And once you hit 0, it's going to record your time as soon as it stops. If you try to gauge it and you just gauge like 2,000 meters, your time could go over a couple of seconds just because of the lag time. So I highly recommend setting up your rower to look like this before you start. Okay, your lovely foot straps. You want the straps to be where your foot is the widest. So the way that you adjust these things, like this. So see these holes here? You can pull this out, push it down if you need it to be longer for your foot, or you can pull it all the way up if you're a shorty. So I'm like right about a level 2. So you can see my feet fit perfectly in here. Boom. It's right about the widest part of my foot. That's gonna allow me the most leverage and be the most comfortable. And the way you get out of the foot straps is you just push down right here. Boom, you're done. This is your intensity, basically the amount of drag that you're going to feel when you pull. So the harder it is to pull the row, the farther you're gonna go. So it goes from 10 to 1. I have it set at 10 just because I know how to gauge. Like I said, if you use that breathing technique that I taught you, this should be no problem. But you can pick any amount of level that you feel comfortable with. So don't be afraid of like playing around with this and seeing what feels good and what is going to allow me to not burn out in the middle of the workout. If you're enjoying these videos, subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Shows me that you're actually watching and that this is actually getting out to people. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. Once again, I am Shae Taylor and I will catch you guys later.